positive about, that I don't quite understand how to perceive. Cinemas will be open after they have been closed for such a long time. And one of the reasons for that is that not only is there a 2030 vision, and they want by the year 2030 that certain changes should be implemented in Saudi Arabia, but there is also the reality on the ground. Did you know that people in Saudi Arabia wanting to watch movies, they fly over to Bahrain where they can watch the movies and come back in a day? And people do this at the cost of 1,200 riyals per person for a day trip to go and watch the latest movies as soon as they are released and they come out in the movie theaters in Bahrain. Now you might think, okay, Bahrain is a country, they have their citizens, they have their movie theaters, and most of the people who go to the movie theaters in Bahrain must be Bahrainis, right? But it turns out that what I read on the internet this morning is that 93% of the tickets, the movie tickets that are sold in Bahrain, are sold to Saudis. And that's got me thinking, people are leaving all of the comforts of this world and the luxuries and all of the movies and the Netflix and everything, and they're going on a flight to Saudi Arabia because they want to go make Hajj and Umrah. They want to visit these holy places. They want to pray in Masjid al-Haram and in Masjid al-Nabawi. And the people who are there, they want to fly to Bahrain to go and watch a movie? I'm not saying that something is wrong with watching movies. I understand the idea that people have to be holistic and there's so many different areas of life. And yes, we need recreation, we need some entertainment, and so on, halal ones. But to that extent? And now, one of the changes we notice is that it's been declared that some 50 islands in the Red Sea, part of Saudi Arabia, will now be relegated to what is referred to as the Red Sea Resort. And we'll have to see the full fruition of that, because this is an area that's bigger than Belgium, and many times larger than the Palm Beach Jumeirah a resort that is there in Dubai. So what will this be for? This will cater to non-Muslim tourists. And it is mentioned that because it is catering for them, and to attract them from other such resorts from other parts of the world, they will have to be provided with all of the comforts and amenities and luxuries to fit the lifestyle that they're already accustomed to. To the extent that I've read some news articles about this, it is not official, but many news articles are saying this, that women will be there, as they are dressed in any other beach in some other part of the world. So we're asking then, aren't you going from one extreme to the next? Okay, one extreme is that you cover the woman up so much we cannot even see her eyes. Now the other extreme is that you're going to have this kind of maximum exposure on your beaches, on your land, the land that Muslims all over the world are looking up towards, and they're thinking this is where we'll get our Islam from. Muslims have to wake up. First of all, we have to find a balanced path that is sustainable and that we can remain on firmly with istiqamah. And that it should be a balanced path that we do not waver from. It's not that we go to one extreme and then we find that, okay, we can't live by that extreme, and then we go now to the next extreme. What is the next extreme? Where Muslims in Muslim lands are looking to the West and they want to become more Western than the Westerners themselves. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect the Holy Lands, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect the Muslims all over the world, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will use the sacred centers of Islam as the starting point from which His blessings and His guidance are distributed throughout the entire world. Ya Rabb, we ask you to use us as instruments for conveying the message of your religion to the rest of the world, Ya Rabb. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.